Testing, testing. Are we live? Oh, we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition to the TruthCast with your boy, Truth 31, dropping those truth bombs. Not like Ray Fisher is dropping those truth bombs on Jeff Johns. Bruh. I just did a video on that, so make sure you check that out. Smash that like button on that video. But, bruh, Ray Fisher. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Man, I don't even know what to say, but ooh, man, Jeff Johns. I don't know what's gonna happen with that dude. Hopefully, again, if more people start speaking out and more of this starts coming into light, Jeff Johns has got to go, bro. No more Star Girl, no more of that shit. Get this mofo out of there, bro. Let him work with Kevin Feige and let him do another. Let him work on Thor with Taika Waititi. Like Marvel can have Jeff Johns. You can have him. You can keep him and bring in somebody else because Jeff Johns, this piece of crap, this scumbag, this low life trash has got to go, bro. He has got to go. Give that mofo the boot because it's time. Like no more. That's it. No more. We had enough of this dude. Kick this mofo out of there, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, let's get to the topics at hand that I wanted to really delve deep into. And first off, we gotta get with DC Comics, DC Universe, the bloodbath. Oh my god, bro. Hey, again, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know why so many people are shocked by this. This was a long time coming. I mean, if you've been aware of what's been happening with comics and these comic writers, creators, editors who just give these weirdos, these SJW, pink haired losers, like iconic characters to play with, they've done them dirty. Dirty. All these writers do, quote unquote writers, all they do is put their political spin on it, put their propaganda into it, and make us, the readers, feel bad for not liking a black Superman, a gay Green Lantern, a gay Wolverine, a gay Cyclops. It's like, what? Like, what is this? No, 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 no. What are you doing? Stop putting your propaganda, your bullshit propaganda, into these comics. You want to know why these comics are failing? Why AT&T? Why Jason Kyler, I think his name is like basically like shutting down DC Comics? It's because you, the comic creators, the editors, the publishers, you gave these people free roam, free reign to do whatever they want, and they gave us bullshit. They gave us nonsense. And guess what? The consumers, who are always right, by the way, for the most part, we push that shit back. Like, no, 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 no. We don't want this bullshit. What are you giving us? Like, what is this? Like, I want to read Superman. I don't want to read about a Donald Trump like character being in the universe and spouting how borders should be open and stop putting people in cages and stuff like and all this other bullshit. Like what? Like what is this? If I'm picking up a Superman comic, I want to read about Superman fighting bad guys, cleaning up Metropolis. Like the whole point of picking up a comic is to escape from the real world. That's the whole point. I don't want to read about Trump. I don't want to read about open borders. I don't want to read about racism, this and that, because it's all from a very skewed perspective. It's all from this pink-haired, blue-haired weirdo feminists who think they know better, who think they are morally superior than the rest of us. No, 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 I don't want to read that shit. I'm sorry, I don't. We don't want to read that shit. So this is the exact result. Comics have been failing, not because of us, but because of the editors and the publishers. Blame them. Those are the reason. Like those people are the reason why DC Comics and Marvel Comics and comics in general have been down the shitter because it's been trash. They've been giving us nothing but trash. And what do you expect what do you expect was bound to happen? A collapse. And that's exactly what happened. A fucking collapse. Now I'm reading from the New York Post. Majority of DC Universe streaming staff hit with layoffs. Report. Whoa, big shocker, big shocker. Ooh, who could have possibly seen this coming? Oh my God. Even superheroes are having a hard time weathering this pandemic. The majority of comic books, giant DC Universe streaming service staff was laid off on Monday amid larger Warner Media cuts, sources told The Hollywood Reporter. Yeah, big cuts. Again, again, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the people who got fired. I truly do. But again, what do you expect was going to happen when you hand us shit? We're not going to take it. The layoffs hit about one third of DC's editorial positions, as well as high ranking individuals, including editor in chief Bob Harris, senior VP of publishing, strategy, and support services Hank Canals, VP of marketing and creative services, Jonah Wyland, VP of global publishing initiatives and digital strategy, Bobby Chase, senior story editor Brian Cunningham, and executive editor Mark Doyle, wrote The Hollywood Reporter. Woo! Bye bye. I mean, sorry to say, but it's rough, man. Especially in, like, now with everything that's going on with the pandemic. Again, like, I feel sorry for them, but like, what did you expect, really? The decimating layoffs at DC Universe, which launched in 2018 and offers live action and animated series, including Doom Patrol and Harley Quinn, have been expected. Insiders told the outlet. Yeah, like DC. I mean, again, DC Universe was a niche streaming service. Like, it was only for DC fans, which is cool. But if you wanna, if you want this to be like globally, like popular, it has to appeal more than us DC fans. Warner Media has long planned on restructuring the service and moving its resources to HBO Max, where some shows previously available on DC Universe have already migrated. DC Direct was also hit in the Monday bloodbath. The 22-year old in-house merchandise and collectibles manufacturer has been shuttered. Again, which makes sense because no one is buying these statues. They're cutting off their losses. Like again, like, the statues are cool, but I don't have fucking $500 every time to fucking spend on these statues. I mean, if you're rich, then more power to you, bro. But I'm not rich, so I don't have, so I can't spare $500 every fucking time to buy a new Superman statue or a new Aquaman statue. I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of money, bro. I don't have that kind of money. So, what does this mean? What can we expect going on? Okay, well, first of all, again, goodbye DC Universe. That's deaded. Goodbye DC collectibles. Like, no more statues. So if you're a collector, if you loved buying these statues, I'm sorry to say, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Those are gone. And this one really hurts me because, again, I'm a comic book fan. I love going to my local comic book shop, and this really fucking just, like, really, oh, this, like, just stuck the knife in me. Goodbye physical weekly DC Comics. Fuck, all the weekly issues of DC Comics, that shit is gone. That shit is bye bye, deaded. Like, put, like, fucking pour the dirt on it because it's no more. The only thing that's going to be available is digitally now, and trades only available at stores. So, damn. So again, that's like a big, big, big hurt for comic book stores, like, and for people like me who love going every Wednesday to pick up a new issue of comic books, whether it's DC, Marvel, stuff like that. Now we only gonna get to pick up the trade paperbacks, which I guess is cool for some people who do that anyway. Like they don't go to comic book shops to get the weekly stuff. They just wait on Amazon or Comixology to pick up the trade. But for people like me who love these comic books, that's gonna be a fucking big detriment. And it's also a big detriment to comic book stores because, like, they're, like, slowly but surely going to be pushed to wayside and no longer be available at all, which fucking sucks ass. Just like, it's like, damn, like, really, like no more, like is this it? It's like, are we not going to get any more comic books now? Because the only way we're going to get them is by digital. So again, if you have an account on Comixology, that's the only way you're going to get it is by digital comics. So I mean, that's what I've been doing now recently, just getting all my comics on digital, and hopefully, from time to time, I get them at the comic book store. So this fucking sucks ass. And they came up with a chart by because everybody's wondering like why are they doing this? Like, does this make any business sense at all? Like to cut off the weekly shit? And apparently, by their stats, you know, it makes sense to them because by format, have been graphic novels sales rose by more than 100 million from 2018, while single issues dropped. So, and graphic novels got up to 765 million, while single issue comic books 355, and digital comics 90 million, which is why it's so low, and that's why AT&T, Warner, HBO Max, Warner Media, they want to really like up the numbers for digital comics, so that's why they're putting all their efforts into digital comics. So it fucking sucks. And by source bookstores, 570 million, comic book stores, 525 million, digital 90 million, and other newsstands 25 billion. Last year was the first where bookstore revenue outperformed the specialty comic book market. Damn, man, like this is like really depressing. This is really depressing stuff. Like I think I'm literally seeing the end of comic book stores, and it's breaking my heart because I don't want to see this stuff, bro. And apparently, Jason Kyler, who's in charge, so this is his reasoning. To accomplish this, we're going to do the following: we are elevating HBO Max in the organization and expanding its scope globally. Okay, makes sense. Here's the thing: like, even though I hate this, like breaks my heart, it makes sense for them. Like it makes business sense for why they're doing this. So at least it's fucking smart. We are simplifying how we organize our studios, which again makes sense. We are creating a consolidated international unit focused on scale and efficiency. Okay. We are bringing our key commercial activities into one group to allow us to operate more strategically. Okay. We are like, okay, makes sense. Okay. We are making other structural changes that will help us operate more effectively and efficiently. So again, this is great news for like movies and DC TV shows, but for the comic books, it's not the best, and it's not the greatest news that you want to hear if you're a comic book fan. So I don't know. Again, this is great news for the movies and TV, but for the comics, I'm not a fan. But again, it makes business sense because, of course, of what's going on with the pandemic and everything. Everything is like slowly but surely moving to digital. Movie theaters are not open. They're not going to open. Most shops are closed. Comic book stores are really like suffering. It's just like it's a bad time. Like the pandemic has been like one of the worst to ever happen, and it's a shame. It's a shame that this had to happen. But like I don't know what else they can do really. Like I don't know what else they can do other than like like I don't, like nothing. You can't really do anything because of the pandemic and everything that's been going on. It sucks. It sucks. But if you're in charge of a business, you got to do what you got to do. And again, unfortunately, comic books are the ones to take the blunt of it, and it sucks. And it's not ideal. I'll put it that way. It's not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? It's just like it just it just it just sucks because I'm a comic book fan and I love going to comics and I love reading comics. I love going every Wednesday to comic book stores to pick up my issues and stuff like that. And the fact that it seems like I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore, it really it really it just hurts my soul. Like it really does. God, this pandemic sucks. Just like, like 2020 has just been like the worst. Like, can 2020 just end? Like, can we just be at the new year? Hopefully, new year, all this shit ends. It's a fresh start and everything goes back to normal. But I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, that's what's happening with DC. And it sucks. Like, right before DC fandom, like the news hits. But again, you know, you can't blame the consumers because the consumers want great DC comics. They want to read great. They want to read great Superman titles. They want to read great Batman titles. They want to read great Wonder Woman titles. And the fact that these artists, writers, comic publishers, editors were not giving us what we wanted and calling us, racist, sexist for like not wanting fucking black Green Lantern or whatever, about black Hal Jordan. It's stupid. It's stupid. And again, this might be harsh to say, but it's their own fault. It's their own fault that we're in this position right now. So they got nobody to blame but themselves. So there you go. It sucks for us, but again, it it is what it is, and they did this to themselves. So I don't know what else to do. Like I don't know what else to say about that. Now, next topic is this Man of Steel trending event. That's right. So on August 4th, I don't know who started this trending event. I don't know who started this. I think it was like Akil. I think he's like a DC guy. He's like I don't know what he does, but he's like a huge DC fan. I don't know if he works for DC or if he's like or he's just like a comic book fan. But I think he's the one that started this event on August 14th. Basically like a trending sort of like release the Schumacher, release the Snyder cut, and it's this trending event of like getting Man of Steel 2, like or Man of Steel or another Superman movie. Because I know people are saying, we got Man of Steel 2 and it's BVS. Like I get that, but we just want a Man of Steel. Um, we want a Man of Steel sequel with Henry Cavill. So people are gonna trend this. We want Man of Steel 2. Hopefully, we get an announcement at DC Fandom, and I think we will. I have a feeling that we will. So together as a fandom, we've seen how much our voice matters. So let's go out and show WB Pictures how much we want Man of Steel 2 by trending announce Man of Steel 2 on Friday, August 14th. So hashtag announce Man of Steel 2, trend that on August 14th, this Friday. This is an all-day event, so go out and show your support. So hashtag announce Man of Steel 2 on Twitter, hashtag it August 14th, this Friday. And yeah, basically just show your appreciation, show your love, show Warner Brothers how much you want Henry Cavill, how much you love Henry Cavill, and how much you want to see a Man of Steel sequel. Of course, I mean this is gonna trend because this is what every fan has wanted. Like I think we want this more than we want Ben Affleck as Batman. Like we've been dying, craving for a Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill. So hopefully this comes up. So hopefully this comes true. Hopefully we get an announcement on DC Fandom because I know we're gonna get the Snyder cut, and hopefully we get an announcement like, hey, please, like, give us Man of Steel 2. We want another Superman film. We want Henry Cavill back on the big screen for a solo Superman adventure. So hashtag that, and yeah, it should be a fun event. Obviously, I'm gonna hashtag it. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure that it happens. And yeah, like Man of Steel 2 or Superman, another Superman movie. Like Man of Steel is one of my favorite DC EU movies. I've seen Man of Steel 6 times in theaters. So yeah, hashtag it. Do what you gotta do, and yeah, let's get Man of Steel 2 trending, man. Hashtag announce Man of Steel 2. I want to get that trending. I want to get that moving, and let's make sure that we show Henry Cavill love and support, and make sure we give him what we want. Because I want a Man of Steel 2. I want that to be announced. I want that to be announced at DC Fandom. I want Henry Cavill to show up on Zoom wearing a Superman shirt and saying, "Hey, I'm back," with J.J. Abrams or maybe something like that. That would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, that was that was basically all the topics I wanted to hit. I wanted to make a quick stream. So those are the topics I hit. And Jeff Johns, hopefully you hide in the closet somewhere. DC fandom. DC fandom. I'm hoping for a Man of Steel 2 announcement. As for DC Comics, it sucks. But if you're in charge of AT&T, Warner Media, like you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like if these comics are not selling, and if these consumers are not buying your product, you can't get mad at the consumers when you're calling us racist and sexist because we don't want to see your interpretation of this character. No, it sucks. It sucks, so we're not gonna buy it. So don't call us racist. Don't call us sexist because we don't want to buy your shit. It's simple as that. We don't want a black Batman. We don't want a female Green Lantern who's Hal Jordan. We don't want a gay Clark Kent. It's like what are you doing? It's like what is this? And you're only doing it to make because you think it's gonna make us mad because we're homophobic and or some stupid shit like that. No, no, we want you to stay true to the characters. We want good storytelling with these characters, which obviously you're not doing. I mean, you might as well give these characters to the fans because they can make a better Superman story than you are making. You're only making this to make some political statement because you don't care about these characters. You don't love these characters. You're only doing it because you probably got hired by a friend who works at Warner Brothers and you want to be progressive and you want to put your own stupid political spin on it. And it turns out to be shit. That's what you got. And that's what you gave us. You gave us shit. So what did we do? So what did we do? We took the shit and we put it right back in your face. Like we don't want this. Sorry, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't want your Superman. I want to read Superman Rebirth by Patrick Gleason and Peter J. Tomasi. That's what I want to read. I want to read about Clark Kent. I want to read about Bruce Wayne. I want to read about Hal Jordan. Story. Story matters. I don't want your political agenda being pushed down my throat when I'm reading Green Lantern or when I'm reading Batman. Fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Like no, like we don't want that, and that's why your shit failed, and that's why they got the axe and they cut down on all you motherfuckers. They fired you all because it wasn't selling. It wasn't what we wanted, and they saw that. It was like okay, because AT&T is in the business of making money. That's the whole point. They want to make money. And when they're seeing these comic book titles not making any money, they have to make a judgment. They have to say, okay, what the hell's going on? Why isn't Superman selling? Why isn't Batman selling? Why isn't Wonder Woman selling? Why is Justice League our biggest title not selling? What's going on? Who's making these calls? Like, why are consumers complaining? Why are they making YouTube videos on our comics saying it sucks? Like, why are they doing that? Why? Huh? Is it because we're all racist and homophobic and we're afraid of seeing a strong woman? No, because it sucks. Your story sucks. Your character sucks. You're putting your own political agenda into the story that makes no sense with the Green Lantern whatsoever. It's trash. Do you understand that? It's fucking garbage. It sucks. That's why we don't want it. And that's why we took that shit, we wiped our ass with it, and we put it back in your face like, no, we don't want this. Thank you. Piss off. Piss off with this shit. Because we don't want this shit at all. Fuck out of here with that, bro. Giving us a fucking an overweight Wonder Woman. What the fuck is that? What are you doing? Really? That's what you're doing? You're giving us an overweight Wonder Woman. Are you out of your fucking mind? Who is this for? Who is this for? Is this for me? This is not for me because I sure as fuck don't want that. I sure as fuck am not gonna read that. You're serving a minority. You're serving a minority crowd who don't read comics at all just to make them happy. And they're probably gonna read it fucking maybe twice, and that's it. Meanwhile, all the hardcore fans who love reading DC comics every week are like fucking ostracized, and they're perplexed. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like what am I reading? Like who is this for? Like this is not for me. Why am I reading this shit? And guess what? And guess what they're gonna do? They're not gonna fucking buy it, bro. They're not gonna fucking buy it. They're not gonna buy it. They're gonna trash it online, and then you are gonna sit there and be like, oh, you see, well, they don't like it because they're afraid of a strong, powerful woman. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up with that garbage. No one's buying that shit anymore, bro. And that's what happened to you. You got fucking axed. They shut down DC Comics. I blame you more than anything else. I blame the writers. I blame the editors. I blame the publishers. You're the reason we got stuck with this shit. You're the reason we're not getting DC Comics for the most part anymore, on a weekly basis, because of fucking idiots like you. who rather put agenda ahead of storytelling. This is your fault, not us. We wanted great comics, and you didn't give us shit. You didn't give us anything. You gave us a fucking a purple-haired Wonder Woman. That's what you gave us. That's what you gave us. And a fucking a gay Batman or a black Batman or whatever stupid shit we're gonna fucking do. Like what? Like what? Like why? Why? No. We don't want that. We don't want that garbage. We don't want that shit that you're feeding us right now. We want good storytelling. Stop trying to fucking pander to me because it's fucking insulting. You, like, are you gonna give me a fucking a Puerto Rican Superman to make me feel better? Here's a Puerto Rican Superman. Do you like it? Do you feel better now? No, I don't. Why are you giving me Puerto Rican Superman? Why don't you make an original character who happens to be Puerto Rican, and then maybe I'll buy it if the story's good. Do that instead of pandering to me, giving me a low hanging fruit. That's fucking bullshit. That's insulting to me. You're spitting in my face because you're too lazy to make an original character. Instead, let's take an established character and just make him black, make him gay, make him Puerto Rican, make him Asian. Just to make certain minorities feel better about themselves. If you want that, more power to you, but I don't want that shit. I'm too good for that shit. Sorry. I have too much of a high self-esteem about myself. So this is all your fault. I blame you. You're the one to blame for this bullshit. You got no one else to blame but yourself, DC Comics, and DC editors, DC writers. I don't know what to tell you. This is all your fault. It wasn't us. We, the fans, we didn't do anything. All we did was call out your bullshit and say, DC Comics, fix this. Fix this. And you spat in our faces, and you basically told us, the fans, to go fuck ourselves. And you don't know anything. Well, apparently, you don't know anything because you all got fucking fired because it wasn't selling. So, who's to blame, really? Whose fault is that? Is it us? No, it's your fault. Because we told you this was going to fucking happen. We told you to get your shit together. And look what happened. Schwack. You got the axe. Head chopped off. And now we got fucking nothing. So save your fucking little apologies, like, oh, I feel so disheartened that all my friends got fired and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel sorry too, but again, this is your fault. You should have fucking listened to us in the first place. You should have listened to the consumers. Now it's a little too late, isn't it? Now I bet you, now I guarantee you, you wish you fucking could have listened to us from the beginning. Because none of this would have fucking happened. We would have gladly bought your comics. If you didn't put all your little stupid propaganda shit into that shit. This is all your fault. Blame yourself. You fucking dweebs. Because now all we're getting is graphic novels now. And all our comic book stores are most likely going to be fucking closed down. Because of your incompetence. Because of your own fucking ego. Does it feel good? Are you happy? Feel good, right? Huh? All that moral superiority you're feeling right now deep inside your stomach. Oh, it must feel good. It must feel good. It must feel good not having a job. Whew. Now you have all the time in the world to write a brand new comic that no one's gonna fucking read. You fucking dolts. You fucking morons. Anyway, I'm out. I'm gonna go on and on and on. Yeah, that was the TruthCast. Hopefully you listen, hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. That will continue speaking the truth, and more podcasts will be surely be on the horizon. So look out for that. But yeah, hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, DC Comics, I don't know what to tell you. DC editors, writers, publishers, go fuck yourself. It's all your fault. And hashtag announce Man of Steel 2. Make sure you do that and get us a Henry Cavill Superman sequel. All right. Love you all. I'm out.